Hello, everyone. This is Greg again on the fourth and final podcast that is training for schools so that they can figure out the things that they need to do to create optics that produce accreditation results. And this is about growth and learning. And goes to what I said in the last podcast. There are two big ideas here. Big idea number one is that we want smart kids. They know things. Big idea number two, which goes to this particular podcast, we want kids to be intelligent, which means they can learn new things and they can grow their own capacity. The key characteristic is about the impact that teachers directly have upon school from early learning until the day we shake their hand, give them the diploma, and we send them off to college or life. And it's about their ability and confidence to engage in new things and next transitions. It's evident to a team when learners possess academic skills, but non-academic skills as well, that their academic achievement reflects their preparedness to learn, and that they achieve what they need to go on out into life and succeed. So standard 24. This is data-informed decision making. The team will want to see cleaned and synthesized data with findings, conclusions, and analytics for you to get a 4. Documentation would be decision-making frameworks, referencing diverse data sources. Evidence would be analyze surveys, analyze budgets and cost, data reports, analyze meeting records, analyze stakeholder engagement logs, analyzed teacher decision. If you don't have it, or if it's informal, create the frameworks referencing the diverse data sources. So that's going to be things like benchmark exams, external exams, summative exams, how formative exams inform progress. Create a framework that shows how you're going to use various information to understand your kids' growth. Then train leaders, departmental leaders especially, on using data for decisions that impact instructional staff and learners. And then collect and analyze those stakeholder engagement logs. This is one that most schools get a 1. They get a 1 because they truly believe in their heart that they have an action research program. But the name implies, the word research implies it's written down, that there is a formal action research program. And it's not just for teachers. That's where action research began. But action research should show the team how the policy has a focus at all 3 levels of school. There's a school-wide policy, say for instance, building English language capacity, and what the school wants to be done. So the school will affect, say, curriculum. The school will affect other things. Then at the departmental level, that's about training teachers so that they can actively understand what they're doing. And then at the teachers, that's putting it into action in classes, doing something. So for instance, on the lesson plan template that I talked about in the last podcast, it has language development package. It has things on critical vocabulary, standards of learning, because Common Core standards are about the English language and competencies that can be revealed and be put down and used in language. Research outcomes, theories of action, and project logs. First, decide what you want to do in your school that will have the greatest impact on student success. For me, it has always been about building language. Develop an action research focus and identify it at all 3 levels. This is what's going to happen at the school level, departmental level, and finally boots on the ground in the classroom. Train staff on action research methods and documentation, and then collect and review the findings to improve practices and to see how well it is performing. Standard 26. This is about program evaluation. And the team is going to want to see summaries of the evaluation of your school programs. So what kind of programs? Well, you've got an academic program. You've got a health and fitness program. You've got a teacher training program. Within academics, you've got a math program, an art program. You've got a social studies program. And so you need to take all of the programs, extracurricular program, co-curricular program, leadership development program. You need to figure out what every program that you have is and then build evaluation frameworks for them and your organizational conditions, guidelines for improvement planning. So first, identify every program that makes up your school. Develop frameworks for them. Priority 2, document those program reviews and how you want to improve things, and then track impact data from evaluations. Standard 27, targeted interventions for learners' needs. The team is going to want to see a system and a cycle of how the learner's needs are identified and then met. And they're also going to want to see impact of that. You need a policy. You need a systematic approach to identify and address a full range of academic and non-academic needs and how you're going to respond to intervention there. Evidence would be intervention plans, response to intervention summaries and analysis, support strategies, progress monitoring, logs of support services provided and how they impact students, IEPs, individualized education program, data analysis. First of all, you need to create something. If you have it, but it's not written down, document it. If you don't do this, then you need to create policies for identifying and addressing academic and non-academic needs. You need to develop and implement targeted intervention plans. You need to monitor intervention effectiveness and adjust as needed. Standard 29. This is about the design of your professional learning. The team is going to want to see a data-informed, needs-informed PD plan. They're going to want to know that it's a quality plan that has quality assurance. Documentation, PD plan that speaks to at least clustered needs and it's aligned with what you want your students to be able to do. Policies for ongoing evaluation of professional learning programs. It's not enough to give name lists or lists of things they did. They're going to want analyzed training records. What did they learn? Did they implement it in the classroom? Is it connected to learner improvement? They're going to want feedback forms from teachers and evaluation reports. They're going to want to see staff performance improvement metrics, analyze learning data, analyzed Elliott reports. If you do not have a sound PD plan that has 2 layers, layer number 1 is longer term, that helps build and develop professionals. Layer number 2 is at least clustered improvement goals, improvement action plans for groups of teachers. Provide training sessions. Collect attendance records. So these 4 podcasts are a micro training. You should document it and then send people out to do these things, bring them back in and find out how's it going so far and evaluate the effectiveness of all of your training programs. Then the last is standard 30, and that is, do you have a balanced assessment system? The team's going to want to see an audit of your assessment program to rate it as a 4. So they're going to want to see a policy for balanced assessments. They're going to want to see guidelines for consistent application across the course of the years. And the evidence are going to be assessment results that have been analyzed meeting notes on assessment planning, instructional adjustments based on assessment findings, a map of every type of assessment. So that means external, SAT, ACT, AP, IELTS, TOEFL, MAP, Perils, all of those. They're going to want to see that, and they're going to want to see trend data. You're not getting a 4 without trend data. You may not even get a 3, so you need at least 3 years. Give them 3 to 5 years of trend data. Analyzed benchmark assessments that have been disaggregated by grade level, by sex. Disaggregate those to see who's doing well. And by the way, all of this feeds into the student performance analysis that you are required to do for Cognia. Develop policies. Decide which assessments are best for your students. Train teachers, then collect and analyze assessment data. Now, folks, when all is said and done, we're going to have a meeting so that you can ask questions. But now is the time for school improvement teams to assign these 22 to individuals to go find and carry out these policies. I look forward to talking to you. Until then, be well and fair day. Thank you.